Hello Year 10, welcome to your next lesson on speed distance time and combining speed distance time, so combining journeys. We'll be following on from your last lesson and just looking at how we find the more difficult missing pieces of speed distance time. Okay, setup's going to be very similar to what it was last lesson. You've just got to make sure you're following the right process to find the missing parts. Okay, so first example that we've got. So we've got a speed for A to B, we've got a distance and a time for B to C, and we have a distance for A to C. Now I still want you to set up in the table exactly as you did before. So we have A to B, we have B to C, and finally we have A to C. And for each one, we're thinking about speed, distance, and time. Okay, now obviously you need to remember your speed, distance, time triangle and remember how we find each of these. So all we do, first step, fill in what we know. So we know a speed A to B of 50 kilometers per hour. We know a distance of B to C at 20 kilometers and a time of 0.5 hours. Already in terms of hours, so I'm quite happy with that. I don't need to do anything else. And I have a distance of 60 kilometers to A for A to C. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight what I'm trying to find. So I want the time taken from A to B. So this is the bit I'm trying to find. Now in order to find that time, I can do this in a couple of different ways. I could use speed and distance for A to B, or I can find the time from A to C and subtract them away. Okay, it's only speed, if you're finding a speed, that you can't use the adding and subtracting method. You have to find everything for that one portion of the journey. But for time and for distance, we can do the subtraction. So if I'm trying to find time, the easiest one for me to try and find to help me is this one in distance, because then I can do, to find time, do distance minus speed. Distance divided by speed even. So I can find my missing distance because I know how these are put together. And I know the fact that if A to C is 60 kilometers, B to C is 20, that means the distance of A to B must be 40. Okay, because the first two, if I'm going from A to B and then B to C, has to be the same as going A to C. I can then find my time. To find the time, I'm going to do distance divided by speed. So I'm going to do 40 divided by 50, and that's going to give me 0.8 hours. Okay. However, I don't really want to leave it as 0.8 hours. People don't know what 0.8 hours are. Okay, so we're going to convert that to minutes. Remember from the work we did a couple of weeks ago to convert our hours to minutes, all I need to do is do my 0.8 times my 60, and I can find out I've got 48 minutes. I want you to get into the habit of giving this in the most suitable measurement. Okay, same as last lesson, guys. Draw your table out, fill in everything you know. Think about what other pieces you need to work out what you've been asked to, and start filling those in. Let's have a look at another one. So, same again. A to B's, B's to C's, and A's to C's. So, we're going to set up the same as we did before. So we've got A to B, B to C, and A to C. Let's fill in what we know. So we're going with speed, distance, and time. So I've got a speed of 20 meters per second. I've got a distance of 200 meters. I've got a distance of 1 kilometer. Straight away, I should hopefully be picking up, oh, wait a second, I've got distances here in different measurements. I'm going to have to convert those at some point. And then I've got a time for A to C at 120 seconds. Okay. Now that first thing that I picked up on, I'm going to convert that straight away because I want this, I'm going to do it all in terms of meters, especially because my speed is in meters. I'm just going to change this straight away to 1,000 meters. Something you've really got to be careful to pick out. Okay, right. I'm asked to find the speed from B to C. So that's the one I'm trying to find out. Okay, so I know to find a speed I cannot do adding and subtracting. Okay, because to find an average speed I've got to have my distance and my time for that portion. That means I've got to find this missing time here. Okay, so in order to find the missing time, I can do my adding and subtracting. So I've got my 120 seconds. I need to find my time for A to B. I've got my distance, I've got my speed. To find my time, I can do my distance divided by my speed. So I'll do 200 divided by my 20. So that gives me a time of 10 seconds. Okay, so I've got that first bit. That means I can now find my time from B to C. 120 seconds for the full journey, 10 seconds for the first part. Means I must have been left with 110 seconds in here. I can now work out my speed. To work out speed, again, I do my distance divided by my time. So to find my speed, I'm going to do 1,000 divided by my 110. So we'll go 1,000 divided by 110. And that will give me 9.1 meters per second. Combining everything that you've done over the last couple of weeks with speed, distance and time, you've just got to play a little bit of a game of filling in the gaps. Okay, but you've got to think carefully. Really important to remember, you cannot find a missing speed from subtracting or adding speeds together. The only way you can find an average speed is to have all parts of that journey and then do your multiply or your divide. Okay, right. What I want you to do now is I want you to pause the video. I want you to have a go at the question on your screen, finding the speed from B to C. Okay, so hey, pause the video now, please, and can you have a go at that question? Okay, guys, right, let's have a look then. So, find the speed B to C. So, first step should always be to draw out our table. So we can have A to B, B to C, and A to C. And again, we've got our speed, our distance, and our time. Fill in everything you're given. So we've got a 40 meters per second and a 200 meters. We've got a 100 meter distance from B to C, and I've got 120 seconds for A to C. Now I want to find the speed B to C. So this one in here is what I'm after again. Because I'm finding a speed, I have to have all parts of that journey to find the speed. So I know, similar to before, this is the one I need to find. I've got to find my time for B to C. Exactly the same setup as before. To find that time, I need to find my time for A to B first. So, find the time A to B. I'm going to do distance divided by speed. So we'll do 200 divided by 40. So my time there is 5 seconds. I can find my time for B to C. I do 120 minus my 5 to give me 115 seconds. Then to finally find my speed, I need to do my distance divided by my time. So I'm going to do my 100 divided by my 115. Do my division. And I'm going to get an answer of 0.9 meters per second. Very, very slow speed. Okay, 0.9 meters per second. But again, find which one you're trying to do. Once you've built your table and filled in everything you know, right, what other pieces of information do I need to find on the screen for you? Can you pause the video again for me? Can you have a go at it? And then we will talk through it. So pause and have a go again for me, please, guys. Okay, so let's go through. First thing we need to be doing, make sure we make our table for our different parts. So we've got A to B, B to C, and then finally A to C. And we've got our speed, distance, and our time. Fill in everything we've got. So I've got a 200 miles. I've got a 3 hours and a 45 miles an hour. I've got a 350 miles and a 50 miles an hour. Okay, so what are we trying to find? We are after our speed from A to B. So we need this speed here. Now we've got to make sure we don't fall into the trap. It's a speed, therefore you cannot add or subtract. Okay, so I cannot jump straight to my answer. In order to find my speed, I need to find this time first instead. Okay, in order to find this time, I'm going to need to find my time for A to C, and then I can work it out from there. Okay, so 50 miles an hour, 350 miles. To find my missing speed, I'm going to do my division. So we do 350 divided by 50. So I will get 7 hours. Now I find that 7 hours, I can find my time for A to B by doing the subtraction, because I can subtract for distance and speed. I cannot subtract for time. Subtract them away, and I'll get 4 hours. Okay, right. Once we've got to that one, we can look at the next part. So 4 hours, 200 miles to travel. So to go 200 miles in 4 hours, I can do my division and I can find I had an average speed of 50 miles per hour. Okay, guys, can you please log back onto Show My Homework for me? Can you have a go at the questions that are on there?